I'm Chloe, and I'm a lesbian.
My name is Elijah. It's like Elijah, but with an M. I go with being bisexual.
I'm Savannah Thunder, and I identify as pansexual.
Picture this. So, I'm in Girl Scouts in first grade, and this girl Adriana is in my troop, and my heart just exploded for her in this like schoolgirl crush.
And I was about like second grade when I would kiss this girl during recess on the stairs.
I feel like when I first started to like catch myself looking at other girls and just kind of noticing that I was getting feelings the same way that I would get feelings for guys, I was a little down on myself at first. I was kind of like, this isn't okay.
I remember I would always have like crushes on girls in dance, and I don't know, I just thought it was like because they were really good, but they were all like really hot, so I was like that had something to do with it.
I think queer people aren't represented in the media enough, and when they are, they're portrayed as sort of characters that go through like a struggle, or they're in sort of like a depressive state, or they're having a difficult life, and it really centers about the fact because they're queer, they face these hardships. And I think that gives a very negative sort of view to like the younger people who don't know.
I feel like it's always the stereotype mostly. Like if it's a lesbian, she's like doing manly things, and if it's like a queer boy, then he's also feminine and knows about shopping and stuff.
I just think it's ridiculous that we still have to treat LGBT like there's some alien life form, that like being queer is something completely different, as if we're like a completely different human, but it's totally not. And I'm waiting for the day that we come to realize that we're just humans. It doesn't really matter. We're all different in our own ways. But yeah, regarding like worldwide issues regarding LGBT, I can't believe that it happens still today. Like, it was a lot worse back then, but just the fact that it's still happening now like blows my mind, and it's really enraging. Truly.
I think that in my school, at least in my grade anyways, I'm the most out person, and so then I tend to face most of the backlash towards people who don't like queer people, and then they feel like the need to come tell me how much they don't like it. And they expect me to speak on behalf, and so I'm just one girl, I don't know what it's like to be a trans person or to be a gay man. Like, it's not my story to tell.
My biggest struggle, definitely coming out to family. I'm not completely out to my family, not because I think they're gonna like disown me or anything, but mainly because they're not exposed to it as well. It freaks me out to imagine what they would do. I've already like heard some of my family members talk about being gay and just like how they don't get it, or how it's just not something they understand, or that it's like some accessory that people can just say that they are. And I just don't want to have to confront that, and I don't want to have to go through this conversation with them, but I know at some point I do have to. But for now, I think my biggest struggle is trying to be completely honest with close family members and friends.
If it's a boy, it's like, oh, well, you know the crushes you get on girls, well, it's the same exact thing. Or if it's a girl with the crushes you get on boys, well, that's how I feel about other girls.
Love is love. Like, no matter what people say, love cannot be like constrained. It can't be in a cage. You can't put love in a cage, and then you can't tell people what to do. Like, I think the funniest thing about it is that I guess I can speak on behalf of America. We talk so much about freedom and being such a great country, and yet here we are telling people they can't love a person of their same sex, which is completely ridiculous.
I feel like I do face discrimination sometimes, because there's a lot of times like when I do date a boy, people be like, "Oh, what? I thought you liked girls." It's like, what the heck? You can't just be keeping tabs on what I do. That's for me to decide.
At this point, why don't you understand his homosexuality? Like that's my biggest question. Like I guess I can respond with a question, why is it so different from being straight, I guess I can say.
I think sexuality is a very fluid thing, and you just gotta follow what your heart tells you to do until you're happy.
And even if it takes time, take all the time you need.
Try to educate yourself as much as you can.
Like after that is out, then it's like a whole new world. So I feel like until you're ready to step into that world, take time and think about things.
As a society, we put a lot of pressure on those who are trying to come out as if it's some like awful thing, but if you find the courage, definitely use that and make sure that you have a secure place to go to if things don't work out.